March was pacing to be our best month ever. On the schedule, April was going to be even better, May even better, June even better. So we're going to set a record basically every month all year and opening a bunch more states. Then COVID hit and definitely a gut punch, right? So we come to corporations, and if employees aren't in the office, we don't have any patients to see. I am Jordan Smith, president of JetDental. We're a free on-site dentist for corporations. We come to your business, set up a pop-up dental clinic, and see your employees while they're at work. So 80% of the people we see haven't been to the dentist in over 2 years, and we're in network with all the major dental carriers. So we come set up a pop-up clinic and make sure we get them back on track to taking care of their health. Well, I think, to be honest, I was just itching to start a company and was looking for opportunities while I was kind of on the side. We heard some interesting stats about people not going to the dentist. We'd heard from different insurance carriers that they would say anywhere from 35 to 45% of Americans that have dental insurance don't go regularly and get preventive care done. My wife worked for a dental office, and even I would miss my dental appointments. I'd cancel because I had something come up or whatever. We had the idea. We found that mobile technology for dentistry existed already, but it was mostly applied for charity and for third world type of situations. So we thought, well, why couldn't we use people's existing dental insurance, go to where they work, and help them there? We started right here in Utah 4 years ago, got our first initial big clients, and went from there. So now we're nationwide. We're in 40 states. We've got over 600 corporate clients and growing. Because people are working from home, we said, well, why can't we just still go to their work? And so we've pivoted, and we're actually starting to serve multifamily apartment complexes, and that's been going really well. We also started offering Invisalign at home in specific markets, Utah being one of them. So we can actually go out there with the dentist, do a scan, high-tech scan, show them a 3D image of their mouth and their bite, and help them get set up for Invisalign, and have the dentist come and help align those trays there in their home. So some pretty cool things that we've launched. I think we always wanted to offer things like Invisalign, but we were so busy pre-COVID, we probably never would have got to it. So I do think the good news is coming out of COVID, going back to this new normal where we're going to be stronger. For instance, one interesting thing about multifamily and serving apartment complexes, a lot of them want us to come on Saturdays. No businesses want us to come on Saturdays, obviously. So we've basically added 4 days a month that we can sell. It's been a challenge for everybody, but you focus on what you can control. And we've been able to see some positives as a result of COVID, believe it or not. So that's been great. For a lot of companies, I know one of the biggest issues as a result of COVID was safety, right? How are we going to clean and sterilize and proper PPE? And for us, because we're already in a health space and because we already on a daily basis prevent the spread of infectious diseases like hepatitis and things like that, that really wasn't a huge deal. We changed a couple things and maybe a little bit more spacing in our waiting room and things like that. We advertised our safety measures more and created a whole web page and a video, but we were already doing all of those things. Everything the CDC and the dental ADA, American Dental Association recommend, we were already doing all of that. For us, the biggest challenge was we went from high flying, growing like crazy to zero revenue overnight, right? So all of our, mid-March, basically Rudy Gobert got COVID and the NBA canceled and everything shut down. And, I don't want to say people panicked, but certainly people said, well, we got to hit pause and send everybody home and reevaluate what's going on. On top of that, then the CDC recommended that, dental offices shut down for, it was about a month and a half, 2 months. So really for a period of 2 months, we couldn't operate. Our biggest concern is if we don't have work for our employees, we can't pay our employees, what are we going to do, right? And so we spent, I would say, for that 3 weeks after kind of the initial gut punch, every day, meetings all day long, trying to figure out the best course of action. I think we were fortunate to be in a good cash position so that we could sustain it, and sustain the pandemic. But that also meant we had to make some tough choices, specifically with some of our hourly employees we didn't have work for. Fortunately for us, the government kicked in a lot with the stimulus. Then that enabled us to be able to enabled our employees to be in an okay spot from an unemployment standpoint to kind of wait it out until we had work again. we care about our employees. They're truly the heart and soul of, I know that's a cliche, but they really are the heart and soul of what we do. We're a service business, and you have to have great employees to have a great service business. And so, making sure that they were going to be okay was probably the what we spent most of our time on, just really making sure that they were going to be in an okay spot, and that JetDental will be in an okay spot throughout the pandemic. Sounds good. Thanks, guys. Part of the why behind JetDental and what excites us most is just that we're improving people's health on a daily basis, right? So again, 80% of the people we see haven't been to the dentist in over 2 years. I mean, all the time we're seeing people who haven't been in 10 years. They haven't been since high school or whatever, right? Since mom and dad stopped making appointments for them. And ironically, they have dental insurance. The bottom 5% of unhealthy individuals in an organization account for 50% of the total healthcare spend. So organizations are putting a bunch of money in for their unhealthiest people. By making it convenient, it's not just convenience. We actually get these people to come and start changing some behaviors. And so if we can catch things early, right? If we fix a filling, we fill a cavity, that's maybe, $100, $200, depending on the cavity filling. Well, that can prevent you from spending thousands of dollars on root canals, implants, crowns, right? The CDC says that $45 billion is lost from companies every year due to employees going for unplanned dental emergencies. Various insurance groups have told me that every dollar spent in preventive saves $8 in major restorative work. The people who go regularly, they have a 19% less likely hospital stay that year. Half of adult Americans have gum disease, and you're twice as likely to suffer a heart attack and 3 times as likely to suffer a stroke if you have gum disease. So there's a million statistics out there about why your oral health is important for your overall health. We've got various insurance carriers who are introducing us to their clients because they're seeing this as like, hey, if I can get these people to take their preventive seriously, of course we're going to save money, and the company's going to save money, and everybody wins, right? So that got us really excited to have big national carriers saying, hey, yes, please serve this customer and this customer and this customer. And they're wanting to co-brand with us to introduce to customers. And so there's a really important need in the market. There's a big market for it. And we've just barely scraped the surface. And so if we can get that group of people to actually go and actually take it seriously and make it easy for them to get great access to dental care, the reason our employees are, I think, excited about working for us and why they do hard things is because they know that at the end of the day, they're helping somebody who really needs the help. And that's exciting for all of us.